beautiful. If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now, my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's topic is going to be who will you marry, who is your future spouse. Now I know you guys love this topic, and I also know that some of you guys prefer tarot oracle only version, and others of you like the candle wax version way more. So I thought I would split this reading into two parts. And yeah, today is going to be the first part where I'm going to only use tarot and oracle, and tomorrow I'm going to upload the candle wax version. So if someone is watching this in the future and I have already uploaded the part 2, I will make sure to link it up here so you can check it out if of course you feel drawn to do so. Also, my dear, I am so excited because I am announcing today that I am reopening my personal readings. And I'm just so excited. So if some of you guys feel drawn, if you feel like connected with my energy, if you feel drawn to do so, then, feel free to email me. The only way you can book a reading with me is through the email in the description box. So please be cautious, my dear. Sometimes people, pretend to be me in the comment section, or they're giving up like numbers or emails. This is just a scam. The only way you can book a reading with me is only with the email in the description box. But yeah, I'm very excited because I've been honored to connect with so many beautiful people out there, and it's just such a beautiful privilege, and I'm so grateful to be able to connect with you guys. And yeah, it's just amazing. It's so surreal. And also, my dear, as you can see, I'm not having any candles anymore in my readings because the energies lately are just insane. I am definitely feeling the shift right now energetically with our earth, and as you know, I definitely, candles or the fire element for me is also a way of divination. This is why I'm doing the candle wax reading, because I feel very connected to the fire element. But I've lately, experienced that when I even put candles into personal readings or just in general, these general readings on YouTube, I'm getting so many messages and energies coming through. And I am, I trust my guides, and lately I have just experienced that these are too many energies and it's just so intense, and I know that I need to slowly adjust to the shift that is happening on, Mama Earth. And this is why I am not using any candles in my readings for now, because the energies are already coming through so strongly. I have had so many crazy experiences lately with even personal readings with someone's, spirit guides coming through, and yeah, it has just been insane. But alright, so coming back to this reading, my dear, as you see, I have 3 piles for you to choose from as always, and you can either choose, my dear, the crystal, or you can of course also choose the card below it. Okay, so I can already feel energies coming through again. Okay, so the first pile, my dear, is going to be this beautiful crystal right here. So this is going to be pile 1. Or of course, you can also choose the 2 of Cups. Such a lovely card. So this is going to be pile 1. This is going to be pile 2. I love this crystal. You can either choose this crystal, or of course you can also choose the Ace of Cups, which is such a beautiful card, soothing, and really, great for the theme today. So this is pile 2. Or you can, of course, also choose pile 3, which is going to be this beautiful crystal right here. Or the 10 of Cups. So as always, my dear, please feel free, to pause the video or even meditate on the cards, if you feel drawn to do so. And yeah, also, my dear, please keep in mind this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey Palawan, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? So what we're gonna do, my dears, I will first get you, well, how many tarot cards? I'm hearing 4. I'm seeing the number 4. So I will only get you about 4 tarot cards. And yeah, then I will also get you some oracle cards because I feel drawn to do so. So let's see for pile 1. I'm already hearing, my dear, that some of you guys could have been drawn to pile 2 as well. But okay, let's put this aside. So for pile 1 people, for the people who have chosen pile 1, who's their future spouse? Who will they marry? For pile 1, please. Who's their future spouse? Who will they marry? All right. So let's see, my dear. Let's see for you guys. Let's get you then 4 cards. All right, we got the 3 of Pentacles. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? The Strength card. The 5 of Swords in the reverse. And let's get you one last card. For pile 1, please. Who's their future spouse? Let's see. All right, and you got the Star card. Okay. Let me make sure you can see all the cards, but it looks good so far. At the back of the deck, we have the King of Swords. Okay, so, all right. Let me tell you, my dear, this person's energy. Okay, so this is someone who is coming off very strong, okay? This person, whoever your future spouse is, like with the King of Swords being here, with the Strength card as well, and also with the Star, I feel like this person, I'm hearing a, like, natural born leader. So this is the kind of archetype of someone who is really going after it is what they want. And someone who goes after what they want, or someone who's very confident, someone who trusts in their abilities. There are many different reasons why people are like this, right? And I feel like this is someone who has experienced life. Like, it doesn't matter their age. This is someone who, first of all, I feel like right now they are in an environment which they feel very safe. So this is not someone who has very, like, toxic people around them at the moment. Maybe they've had it in the past, but not anymore, because I'm getting that this person there, again, with the King of Swords, they're very cautious of who they let, around them and who surrounds them, right? I mean, as you can see, the King of Swords, he's sitting here. Although his sword is like just a side, still he's ready to use it. And you can see all these different animals are in a way under his control. So this is really showing me that the people this person is surrounded by are healthy people, are really people they want to be with. Whether we're talking about friends, whether we're talking about even colleagues or family members, they have filtered out the ones that are not good for them. Why? Because this person understands that we give out or we give an example, towards people of how we are supposed to be treated. For instance, if someone steps over our boundaries and we don't do anything against it, we just let it, pass by like that, then of course maybe this person will do it again because we did not show where our limits are. We maybe sometimes people this is just general, but sometimes when people are a little bit insecure within themselves, or there's some like imbalance within their life, or even when they don't know their worth, they we tend to invite people in who are not supposed to be in our life, or maybe people who treat us really poorly, right? Because we have not given an example. I mean, I can talk about my own experience here. I've had friendships and like in the past, of course, who weren't the best, and I thought I had to stick around because they were just friends who were all like always there. But I understood later that now it doesn't matter how long I've been friends with someone, people change, and especially when I feel like this person doesn't have the best intention, doesn't respect me that much, or steps over my boundaries, then I will cut them off because I deserve better. And this person has come to this conclusion as well. They know they deserve better, and therefore they have filtered everything out that doesn't show them the respect and the, like, doesn't treat them the way they deserve to be treated. And, with the strength card being here, the strength card for me, I mean, sometimes people see the strength card, for instance, as physical strength, but it can talk about so much more. We can be strong physically, of course, but we can also be so strong within ourselves, emotionally, mentally, right? Or even energetically when we are, when we have disciplined our energy centers to a certain extent. So with this person, what I'm seeing, my dear, is that this is a very strong character. So, for instance, if this person wants to go after something, I want to be honest, I feel like even at times that there could be a little bit stubborn. I'm just the messenger, so yeah, don't shoot the messengers, but this is what I'm getting. But it is not only about this aspect, because being strong, sometimes people also see this as being something negative, but it is not something negative. In fact, if every and each one of us were in our strength and our power, we would live so much more consciously, or would create maybe reality the way we would want it to be, because we would not, because sometimes when we are disconnected from our true self or our power, things may come into imbalance, and this person is not. In fact, right now, and I'm talking about now, okay, they are in their own power. So they understand that they are a human being who can make things happen, especially with the King of Swords being here, the kind of overall energy. This is really showing me that this is someone who is being respected. This is someone who, no matter what it is that they want to accomplish in their life, especially because we have the Star card right here as well. And the Star card can definitely talk about wishes or dreams. And, for me, it is all about, this is someone who is courageous enough to do what it takes to do, especially when we talk about their work environment, okay? They are someone, first of all, who's great with people, okay? This is someone who's great with people, communicating with people, working with them. So this is a team player. And again, as like in the beginning, I said a born leader, right? And sometimes, especially with the King of Swords, but it didn't come out in the reverse anyways, but still, sometimes people feel like the word leader, that could also be something very bitter about it. Maybe it's someone as well who like takes advantage of the position, or takes advantage of the personal power that they have. However, this is not what I'm seeing with this. This is a very healthy kind of mindset or energy or power this person has within themselves. So even if they are in a position in which they have influence, when it comes to other people, or however the situation is going to look like, they definitely are a team player. There is someone who will not be unfair or use their energy. And for some reason, I feel like this person, my dear, I'm talking about the now. So maybe in the past, again, this person could have had some people in their life which were not good for them. And they stepped out of this, they stepped out of this energy because they understood that they are so more powerful than they think they are. And it is not about doing powerful things. Sometimes when we change our mindset itself, it can have such a huge impact on our life because everything is interconnected, right? So what I'm seeing is that this person has made a huge shift in their life, and with this shift came also the filtration of certain energies and certain people. And I definitely see that in the past, maybe they, they stick, like they're stuck, yeah, they stuck around with maybe people that weren't that great for them, but now this is gone. They have found their self-respect, and when they feel like someone doesn't respect them, there is no need for this person to be in their life anyways, because we deserve, like, this is an example for every and each one of us, right? We all deserve to be treated like great. And again, when we feel like there's someone in our life who doesn't treat us the way we deserve to be treated, then we need to think about whether it's actually the best decision to keep this person in our life or not, especially when we can actually let go of the situation easily. So what I'm as well seeing, let me see. I feel like in the past, my dear, yeah, this person has not always been this way. This person in the past could have been a little bit not that self-confident, or they may have doubt themselves. Maybe this is because of the environment or because of the people which surrounded him or her. Okay, this is all energy. This is, it has nothing to do with gender. Whoever you're asking about, this is only about their energy. So I feel like this person, again, they could have had someone, or just in general, people in their life who weren't that supportive. And again, this is a self-made person. This is someone who built themselves up, and therefore, yeah, let me see. I feel like this person understands that they have a lot of potential, because they have. This is someone who has a lot of potential, and they understand that. And now, like, if I had, like, their third chakra, their Manipura, is coming through so strongly. And this is, again, like, this is the kind of King of Swords energy that I'm feeling, especially with the Strength card being here as well. They have just this willpower to go out there and just very action oriented, very like go-getter kind of energy. So yeah, like great energy. Like, this is the kind of energy who makes things happen. So let's get you an oracle card. Let's see. So for pile 1, let's see, my dear, who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Pile 1, please. Let's see. Oops. So for pile 1, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For pile 1, please. What? This is not from this deck. Why is this here? Well, I'm gonna still take it. Okay, but one card actually fell. Let me see which one it was. Okay, my dear, I'm so sorry. The camera almost fell and I had to pick it up, so... Okay, I cannot find the card, but I'm sure a card fell, so we're just gonna ask again. So let's see. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? But this card definitely wanted to come through here. Let's see. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? One card, please, for pile 1. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For pile 1, please. Okay. Inner child. Wow, interesting. I'm gonna put it over here. And look at that. Yeah, determination. Exactly, right? This energy is coming through so strongly. Let me actually put this here. All right, that's really interesting. So this is really like with this card coming through, this is really showing me again, with the Strength card coming through, or even the King of Swords, a person who is strong, no matter how we explain that, whether we're talking about physical strength or mental strength or emotional power, whatever, it always takes some work to go there, right? For instance, if someone wants to become physically strong, they need to work out, they need to do certain things to build the strength. Or in any aspect, there is always this kind of process one has go through in order to become this like very strong energy, this very strong person. And what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing that this person has gone through certain things in their life. Maybe they had burdens. In fact, I'm seeing snakes here. So I like the animal of like the snake is also so like misunderstood in so many ways. And I don't see the snake as something bad, but I just feel like this like conventional, meaning of the snake coming through, which is of course always this like kind of toxic energy, right? Like someone who's very like very dangerous, or just negative in general. So I feel like this person definitely could have had some snakes in their life in the past, and they were burdensome, and because of these energies they actually developed this very strong character in which they now know what they deserve and what they don't deserve. And but don't worry about it, because they have filtered this. And the way this person is like carrying this burden, again, I feel like this person has really built themselves up. This is really what I'm getting here. Now with inner child being here, yeah, I feel like sometimes in our world nowadays, the inner child is like really pushed aside, because the kind of way the societies in like many countries, actually just in general, you can find this everywhere, like almost everywhere, almost. But most of the times, the inner child is not like, it is something from the past, and people are really disconnected from their inner child, because I've said this in another reading as well. In so many areas of the world, for instance, childish is a negative word. But why should childish be a negative word? Because it really talks about someone being connected to their innocent side, right? And in our nowadays world, you need to be tough, you need to be this or that, and there's not a lot of room to connect with this like inner child. And I see this coming through. I feel like this person has disconnected from their inner child, because again, they were forced to maybe grow up very fast, or just the way life happens, or the people around them, or maybe actually in their childhood, maybe there was some disharmony. But regardless, I feel like well, you are not your future spouse, but I'm actually getting an advice for your future spouse, which is to connect with their inner child more, to become more light-hearted, to more playful, right? And not too serious about life, because at the end of the day, we always take life so serious. And of course, sometimes, the life experiences force us to be so. But guys, life can be over just in any second like that, right? And yeah, that's just very unfortunate when we just have lived a very serious life. And the advice for you is to just try to bring out this playful energy out of your future spouse at times, because it can really be healing for them. It can be healing for their future for their inner child, but I feel as well maybe for your inner child. Maybe there is a mirroring energy here. Maybe you're connecting with this kind of inner child which needs to be nurtured, which is like maybe you feel like you need to connect with this side of you as well, for some reason. But this is really what I'm seeing here. This is really the energy that I'm getting here. So let's get one last oracle card for you, my dear. Let's see for Pal. One, please. Let's see. Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? For Pal, one, please. Let's see. Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? For Pal, one, please. Who's your future spouse? Okay. Ooh, okay. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Yeah. Do you see will? This is the willpower, right? This is exactly like the kind of Manipura. Like, this is coming through so strong. This is such a strong person, so strong-willed, okay? And I feel like, again, this person, whatever it is they... like, this energy is so... Like, this is the kind of energy you should feel. Because sometimes, as a tarot reader as well, when we experience certain... Or I'm talking about myself here. I'm not talking about, like, for anyone else. But, you know, when I experience these, like, energies sometimes in readings, it is so difficult to actually put this in words, because sometimes words are not enough. You know, sometimes you need to experience something to really understand the energy. But I'm trying my best, and what I can tell you is this, that this person, like their higher self, okay, their higher self, their true self, whatever you believe in, their energy, their true essence, is such a strong one. And this arc, like this strength within themselves, is coming through as well in this lifetime, you know, with this identity that they have like a, you know, created, you know, that they have just, that they have now. And yeah, they are a very strong soul. They are really like powerful, strong soul. So yeah, definitely be prepared for this energy, because this is someone who has, like, is a very powerful energy, okay, in a human form. Like, this is how I would describe it. Yeah, but pile one, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And again, if you feel drawn to book a personal reading with me, you can email me and I will definitely give you the, you know, information. And yeah, my dear, again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it brought some clarity to you. And yeah, my dear, wherever you are, I'm sending you lots of love, and yeah, take care. Hey Palwan, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? So what we're gonna do, my dear, is we will first get you some tarot cards, and I only gonna use 4 cards today because I felt drawn to do so. And yeah, we will also get you some oracle as well at the end. So let's see for Pal 1, for the person who has chosen Pal 1, for the people who have chosen Pal 1. Who's their future spouse? So for pile 1, please. Who is their future spouse? Pile 1, please. Who's their future spouse? Pile 1. Future spouse. Okay. Oops. All right. So let's start. For pile 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say pile 1? Pile 2, of course. Well, maybe someone was drawn to pile 1, and this is why this came through. If this is the case, this is your confirmation, then feel free to check it out as well, because maybe there's a message for you. All right, we got the 8 of Swords. So let's see for Pal 2, who's their future spouse? Who will they marry? Okay, we got the 2 of Wands and the Hierophant. Let me see, one last card, please, for Pile 2. Who's their future spouse for Pile 2? Who will they marry? Who's their future spouse? All right, let's see. Okay, the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Okay, and at the back of the deck, let me see. Wow, the 5 of Swords. That's interesting. Okay. So let me make sure you can see all the cards, my dear. Let me see. But it actually, I think it looks good so far. Yeah, okay. So this energy is actually such an interesting one, because it is showing me, you know, someone who is literally kind of experiencing an awakening, you know, and, you know, people, or a lot of people, when they talk about their awakening, they always say that, you know, there has been maybe a certain thing that happened, you know, maybe in an event or a tower moment, you know, they have had to go through something very deep, and then they just had this awakening. You know, I can talk for myself. The biggest awakening that I had, which literally changed my life for like forever, was like at the same time the most painful thing that I've experienced. But you know, how should I say it? It was the worst thing that has happened to me. At the same time, it was the best thing because it has changed my life forever, but for the better actually. Because then I had the opportunity to recreate my story and really see that life is so much more than I've ever been told, you know. And what I'm seeing is that this person has experienced something very similar. This is someone who has been like who has felt very stuck in life. Okay, so they could have been in some kind of like, you know, a lot of people are watching this, so it's not going to be the same for everyone, but in general, you know, this person could have either been in a situation, for instance, a relationship which was like so draining, you know, so like imprisoning even, or trapping, or even it's not a person, it could even be like maybe a career or maybe family, you know. But this person has somehow felt stuck in their life, and I feel like it was such a like painful time for them because they just felt like their life wouldn't, you know, go any further. And I also feel like, again, there could be some kind of heartbreak related to that. And you know, just the way a tower moment is, I mean, I'm not getting the tower card right here, but you know, the tower card for a lot of readers has a very negative energy to it. But I feel like, I mean, I'm just talking for myself here, you know, everyone reads tarot differently, and that's just so beautiful. And you know, for me, the tarot card at the same time, yes, it talks about maybe something destructive at times, but when something, you know, like when the ground beneath you is like when everything breaks down for you, there is at the same time opportunity to build something new, right? And again, talking about my own like, I don't know why I'm feel drawn to do so, but like my biggest tower moment in life was actually my sister getting sick, and it was the worst thing in like had ever happened in my life. But it brought so much clarity, you know, when it comes to life. And I just feel like, again, this person has experienced something very difficult, but there is so much healing, you know, and so much possibility with that. And what I'm seeing is that this person has experienced that, but at the same time, now there's so much like open space to heal. And for instance, this person could have gone through life just blindly, and then something happened and it opened their eyes, and now they can see for the first time. This is the kind of energy that I'm getting, because this is actually something that I've experienced as well. And again, with something like with even a tower moment, it also has so much potential, you know, for again building something new when everything is gone that we know. So what I'm seeing is that this person is definitely right now healing, and this is a spiritual kind of energy. Like they are doing their shadow work, and even if this person, like with the Hierophant being here, first of all, this can definitely be someone who's very spiritual, very awake, someone who, you know, if it's not the spiritual energy, then they could even be religious. But even if this is something which is unconscious, even if this person doesn't like know anything about spirituality, they're still doing their inner work. You know, for instance, if they have felt stuck in some kind of situation, they now are healing from it and understanding their patterns, and they're healing and letting go of the old story. You know, they're healing and letting go of the fear or of all these like restrictions that they had. And again, don't think that this is something bad, because it really isn't. You know, this is life. Life, you know, has I mean, duality, right? You know, like we as human beings, we tend to always think or put everything into bad or good, right? But or wrong or right. But actually speaking, this is just the way we tend to, you know, organize life. But with the energy, like with the universe, there is nothing really that is completely bad or wrong, right? I mean, there is light in the darkness, but there's also darkness in the light. So yeah, this is really what I'm getting here. But what I'm seeing is that I feel like right now, this person is really they are now really going through this process of, rebuilding their life. For instance, if this person has had people in their life, or let's say if this person has been in a job which was not good for them, now they are exiting that, oh my god, not like letting go of this, and creating something new for them, for instance, a new job, or something just new, and they really are yeah, they're leaving this energy behind. And what I'm feeling as well is that, with this kind of energy, there is also a great, again, opportunity of actually letting go. And they are purging, okay? This is the kind of energy. They are right now purging a lot, because this is the current energy. And they're, for instance, look at the way this girl is like, let me show you. Do you see this like art, like ravens, I think, are like pulling the strings, and she's trapped in a way, right? And we have then this girl right here, like it's the same person, and there are no strings attached to her. So what I'm seeing is that they are currently letting go of that, letting go of toxicity, letting go of, like, this is actually really interesting for those of you guys who were drawn to Pile 1 as well. I feel like this is like the past, or this is only for those, okay, who were drawn to Pile 1. This is kind of what they have went through, and Pile 1 is then, the continuation, so to speak. But if you are not drawn to Pile 1, then just ignore this message. But coming back, they are actually freeing themselves. And with that, with organizing your life new, there comes again a lot of opportunities, and they're letting go of the past, and they're actually now creating a new future for themselves. So again, if they have been in a work, for instance, which was not the best, now they're creating a new kind of business for themselves, or they're creating a new work opportunity for themselves, and they're very optimistic when it comes to the future, which is such a beautiful thing, and they're planning things through. They're planning maybe certain things that they would want to do. I just feel like whatever the stagnation energy was, whether it was a person, people, or just a situation, now they're feeling so free from it that they just feel like they want to explore life, they want to explore it all. And right now they're also very open to leaving their comfort zone, maybe something they did not do in the past. But now, this is really coming through here. It's like someone who's ready for new adventures. I feel like this person, they were literally like dead, and now they have awakened. There has been a rebirth, and now they have actually, they want to, experience life. And again, with the Hierophant being here, this person, no matter who they are, with experiences, and this is really funny because I have had a similar message for Pal 1, but with experiencing life, with the ups and downs of life, we of course become wiser. And this is someone who has actually learned from all this energy that they used to be in, or whatever they have gone through. And they have seen these as life lessons, which is such a beautiful way to treat these like low points in our life, right? When we see the negative as a potential to grow, that's so much, like, there's so much strength in this. And what I'm seeing is that, this person is definitely going through some kind of enlightenment, guys. So don't see this as something negative. This is something they have had to go through in order to go through this development that they wanted to experience in this life, okay? Because life is not about always experiencing good things. This is not life. Life is never perfect. And when we accept that even the bad things that we experience are part of life, and that they are actually sometimes the vessel, or they're actually sometimes the trigger for a lot of growth, a lot of awakenings that we can actually even take use of that, right? Like an alchemist, you know, we can turn things around for ourselves. And this is the energy that I'm getting as well. I feel like someone could be traditional as well, or maybe someone is from a country. Oh my goodness, I just saw 1111. So yeah, this person is awakening here. But again, I feel like someone could be traditional or maybe living in a country where there are a lot of traditions. But this is just a random message that I'm getting with the Hierophant here. But I just saw 1111, so I feel like with this experience, with this tower moment or awakening that this person has gone through, they are now, understanding that life is so much more than meets the eye. Life is so much more than our senses can comprehend. And this is what they are experiencing. They understand that life is so much more than what they have been told. Like, this is like such a mirroring energy with what I have gone through at one point in my life. And this is really showing that we as human beings, we are connected, you know, even though this is someone else who's going through that still, life is just, very interesting here. Now, let me see. Okay, let's get you some oracle cards, my dear. So let's see. Let's see for you, pal 2. Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Yeah, look at this. Let me show you this. Do you see that? So first we have the void, right? Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And then we have perspective right here. And these cards look very similar, right? And this is really showing me, you know, sometimes the darkness, negative times, challenging times are looked upon very, tragically, right? I mean, of course, we don't want to experience the hard side of life every single time. I mean, no one wants, right? But when we sometimes find ourselves within this situations, when we can see the bigger picture and when we can actually try to see as well maybe a positive side to that, then there's so much huge, potential for growth as well. This is really what I'm getting for this person and their situation. So let's see for pile 2. Let's see, my dear, for pile 2. Let's see for pile 2. Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry, my dear? Who's pile 2's future spouse? Who will they marry? Let's see. One card, please. Okay. What is that? Let's see. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Yeah. Okay. Look at this. There's a person here in the ground. Like, it looks like a statue or something like that, and the eyes are closed, right? So this person has definitely gone through something which has been a trigger for them. Soul memories, right? They have been awakened to the fact that we are so much more than human beings, right? We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and they are being awakened to that. Maybe they actually even have energies that are trying to connect with them, right? Maybe they are now exploring this kind of part of life, you know, which is like so mystic, and maybe they're actually experiencing now gifts or even paranormal things, right? So, oh my goodness, this is like, guys, I don't know why I'm being drawn, but I feel like I feel like I can emphasize, I understand what this person is going through so well. Because when I actually went through this tower moment, so many crazy things happened, and I explored so many spiritual gifts that I have, and it was just so insane. I remember the first thing that actually happened after I had this awakening was Um, okay. I feel like I should not talk about this. Okay. Well, I will put this will stay a secret then. But yeah, this person is definitely experiencing a lot of different things, psychic things, I feel like. Yeah. Maybe for some of you guys, you're actually feeling like some mirroring energy here. Maybe you yourself have gone through some kind of spiritual awakening in which you've been awakened to this like energy, to this like spiritual room, right? And yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Someone here is very psychic. Like, it can even be you, okay? But someone is very psychic here. So let's see for pile 2. Let's see for pile 2. Oops, too many cards. So for pile 2, please, who will you marry? Look at that. Rebirth. What am I saying the whole time? Exactly, rebirth. This person has been awakened. Again, I told you, they have experienced something, a tower moment, something very like crucial in their life, which has shaken like their whole life. And then they went through this healing energy, and they had to be reborn, right? Like a phoenix. You know, a phoenix needs to die in flames, and then they will be awakened again. And yeah, so don't feel bad for this person. Don't feel like your future spouse, this is like a negative energy. No, in fact, this is such a crucial experience that they're going through. And like a butterfly, like they are now, like they used to be a caterpillar, and now they are in this cocoon healing, and soon they will be a butterfly. So I feel like when you meet this person, they will be the butterfly. But yeah, you know, send energy towards them, loving energy, because yeah, this person is actually going through a very interesting time in their life. And yeah, very beautiful actually. Like, I'm serious, guys. There is no regret in here. There is no like bitterness. In fact, this is part of life. This is a part of awakening. Like, do you, like, for those of you guys, I know why I'm being drawn to the scene, but for those of you guys who may have seen, like, The Matrix, you know, Neo at the end was so psychic and was able to control the Matrix, right? But before that, first he needed to wake up, and we all know the scene, which was, like, so shocking, in which he wakes up and then he sees, like, what reality is really, right? And this is part of awakening. You cannot have, you know, you cannot be a butterfly before not going through this transformation of being the caterpillar and going through this transformation, right? I mean, I don't know why this comes through. Maybe this is someone's favorite movie, or someone likes the movie very much, but Neo first needed to go through this awakening in order to become the chosen one, right? So yeah, this is very interesting. And yeah, I actually love this energy. Like, pile 2, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And yeah, if you like this, please feel free to like or even to comment as well. Again, my dear, if you feel drawn to book a personal reading with me, feel free to email me in as well. If you would like to connect with me as well on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below. And of course, I invite you there as well. But yeah, pal 2, take care. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? So what we're gonna do, my dear, is I will first sketch you 4 tarot cards because I felt so to do today. And yeah, then we will get you some oracle cards as well. So let's see for pal 3. For pal 3, please, who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? I feel like there's some significance around the number 4 for someone. I don't know why. But let's see. For pile 3, who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Maybe someone's, like, life path numbers 4, or I don't know. I mean, okay, 4 and 1. There's something about the numbers here. But anyways, my dear, so let's see. For pile 3, who's your future spouse? Who will you marry for pile 3? All right, my dear, so let's start. For pile 3, people, please. Okay, we already got one per card. All right, the 6 of Wands. For pile 3, people, the King of Wands. All right. Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? For pile 3, people, please. Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Okay, we got the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. So, a lot of fire energy, which is quite interesting. So, someone could be a fire like sign. So, of course, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, could be Sun, Moon, or Rising, or even Venus, I'm hearing. But we also got Earth energy, which would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm getting Virgo again with the Magician here. Yeah. All right. So, my dear, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let me just tell you, okay? The first message that I got was, this is a very passionate individual. This is the kind of, you know, sometimes we hear someone say like a great lover. This is the energy that I'm getting. This is a very passionate lover, a very passionate, you know, spouse, which means that when it comes, for instance, to the intimate side of life or the intimate side of a relationship that you're going to have with them, it is going to be very intense, okay? Very pleasing. Okay, this is not like an 18 plus reading, but this is actually what I'm getting, that you will be very satisfied with them when it comes to your intimacy. Now, this is someone who, okay, I'm getting energies coming through. So, my dear, what I'm feeling for you is that, first of all, this is someone who is, again, with this very passionate energy, you know, it's like this fire energy. Let me say fire energy. This is a very creative individual. Whatever they do when it comes to their finance, when it comes to their career, they love, okay? They love what they're doing. And they are really skilled in it. So with the Magician being here, like, as the overall energy, this is someone who is definitely knowing what they're doing, who is, like, they are one of the best, okay? So if this person, for instance, works in a company as an example, they are one of the best kind of colleagues there, like, you know, employees, right? I'm so sorry, my dear, like, employees. So please don't judge me. English is not my first language, but this person, you know, they are definitely, like, their job, they are doing it so well, and they are very skilled in what they're doing. Very skilled. And I'm also feeling like, you know, they have this very creative side of them. And, you know, for me, for some, I mean, of course, it is interconnected, you know, sexuality with the creativity. And therefore, I feel like they have a very, like, vivid kind of imagination. Very creative. So, for instance, if they, for some of you guys, not for everyone, but for some, for instance, if they work in a kind of creative field, they are so, like, they have so much potential, so, like, they're so good in what they're doing because, yeah, their right brain side, I'm hearing, is very, like, yeah, very active. This is what I'm hearing here for sure. And they are successful in what they're doing. You know, success is gonna be different for everyone. You know, sometimes success means getting a certain recognition. For others, maybe it's a certain salary. But regardless of what the how this person defines success, they are very successful because they love what they're doing. They are good in what they're doing. And yeah, honestly, for some of you guys, maybe there are also, like, for instance, some of you guys, this could even be some kind of influencer or influential. Maybe it's that word. It's not influencer, it's influential. or maybe it's just the fact that they are respected for their work. Maybe, okay, maybe it's that. Maybe this person, because they are so great in what they're doing, a lot of people look up to them and actually also would like to learn from them, you know, because again, this is a very skilled individual. And you know, with so much like creative energy being here, I feel like they're in general really inspiring to others as well, especially because the Six of Wands is here, which can like literally signify that, you know. But just in general, you know, this is someone who is actually like, this is the kind of archetype of an entrepreneur, or someone who's like knows how to create something for themselves. And the reason for that as well is because, again, they love what they're doing and they have so much passion for it. And you know, when you do what you love as a work, sometimes maybe you can do too much because you don't really feel like you're working, right? So this is really what I'm feeling. I feel like this person is so in love, like, this sounds weird, but in love, or maybe it's not in love, but they are so, they love what they're doing so much that sometimes it doesn't feel like work. And I feel like maybe sometimes, therefore, you need to make sure that they get the rest that they need, because maybe they sometimes take it to an extent. This is a workaholic, so that's definitely what I'm getting here. But yeah, very visionary person, someone who, again, who just very ambitious, you know, knows what it takes, you know, in whatever field that they are in. But at the same time, you know, this is someone who's giving as well. So when, like, if they, for instance, have the resources, they are also willing to share it, because when we share what we have, like, we also give out to the universe that we are abundance. And when we are in this frequency, right, we attract even more. And I mean, just in general, giving is such a beautiful act, and this is the way they are. So for instance, they are really giving when it comes to their family, maybe their parents, you know, whoever. I'm also feeling like, you know, for some of you guys, not for everyone, regardless if this is a man or a woman, it could be the case that this will be the provider. Again, not for everyone. So yeah, if this doesn't resonate, then just leave this message, because at the end of the day, this is a general reading, but this is what I'm getting. Or if this is not the provider, no matter their gender, this is just energy. If they will not be the provider, if, for instance, you will also work, then they'll bring more money at home. This is what I'm getting here. But again, take it how it resonates. Now, coming back to this energy here, you know, this person, they don't only give because they can, they give because they genuinely like to help people, especially people that they love. And I feel like if we're talking again about this being your future spouse, then this is really someone who wants to make sure that whatever it is that their family needs, they can provide it. So this is this kind of providing protective energy that I'm getting from this. Yeah. This person could actually as well maybe help charities, right? This is as well something I'm getting. So someone who, as you can see, gives like openly to others. But the reason for that is because they can do this. You know, they have the resources perhaps. Now, this is definitely someone who's looking for something solid. And maybe at times this person, I'm getting a message for some of you guys, not for everyone, but maybe sometimes this person comes off as a player or as someone who is not that serious because they have this kind of very passionate energy about them. But they are pretty serious. Like, this is someone who wants commitment when it comes to a relationship. With the Four of Wands being here, this is kind of the marriage card, right? And they are seeking that, you know, they're seeking this kind of home environment. They're seeking the commitment, the marriage, and yeah, I don't feel like they will be, so for instance, for some of you guys, maybe you will have, not for everyone, but maybe you will, for some reason, also have this kind of energy, maybe that they are not serious as a first impression, not for everyone, but for some. But then you will get to know them and actually see, no, this person, they want something serious, you know. I mean, the fact that the Four of Wands came through is definitely giving me this energy here that they are looking for that. They are looking for, yeah, for the commitment here. And this is also not someone who settles for anything less that they deserve. Because, I mean, no one is better than someone else, okay? We're all equal, first of all. But what I mean with that is that they want someone who's like them. So they don't want someone, for instance, who's just there to play around, because they are not there to play around either. So again, they're seeking this kind of person who they can actually build this with, this home, this Four of Wands with. This is what I'm getting here. Now let's see, my dear, let's get you some oracle cards for pile 3. Let's see for you guys. For pile 3, please, who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? It's really interesting. Like pile 2 also got the like a king, or was it pile 1? But another reading also got a king archetype coming through here. Oops. So let's see for pile 3, please. Who is your future spouse? Who will you marry? Let's see for pile 3. Okay. Look at this inspiration. What am I saying? Exactly. This person, like, I'm really getting that. You know, again, this creative, like, their second chakra, okay, is very vibrant. This is what I'm seeing. Yeah, Sakra chakra, yeah. Okay, so we got determination coming through. So this is really just the confirmation for me with, again, their work. This is someone who is a very responsible person, and they are like, they love what they're doing. Again, like, I don't know how often I've said this, but they are, like, for some reason, yeah, they're definitely really, okay, I'm hearing that they are really, like, whatever they're doing, it is, like, they're made for it. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So let's see. For pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For pile 3, please, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay. Let's see for pile 3 here. Oops, too many cards. So let's see for pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? It could also be the case that someone has double fire in their chart, or someone has, like, there's something about Leo coming through, or a lion. Maybe someone's spirit animal is a lion. But there's just something about, yeah, this wild cat. Maybe someone likes wild cats, or just something about this. So we got 2 cards coming through. We have called Soul Gifts Training. It's time to step up. And we have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So what I'm seeing is that I feel like this person has gone through some kind of education, or it could even be training. So the skills that they have, definitely with soul gifts being here, they're naturally, again, also with the magician, they're naturally gifted in what it is that they're doing. But they also have went through some kind of training here for sure. So they're overly qualified, I'm hearing, for their work. With that, I mean that, again, they're really good in what they're doing. Really good. And there's some, like, I don't know why this is coming through so much, but yeah, your future spouse, whatever they are working in, they are really good in it, and they are really successful in it. Yeah, like, I'm not saying that you will have, like, a rich, you know, spouse or whatever, but they are definitely well off, or they're definitely comfortable, okay? because again, it's gonna be different for a lot of you guys. That's a general reading, but that's what I'm getting. And we got star family, and for some reason this family is really coming through, and we got the Four of Wands. So this person is actually really seeking a family of theirs. Maybe some of you guys, not everyone of course, but maybe some of you guys actually have children already, or maybe they have, not for everyone, but for some. But regardless, even if this doesn't resonate with you, still this person really feels drawn to have their own family. So even if this person, you know, they have this very passionate nature about them, this very fun, but still they are very serious when it comes to, you know, commitment and creating a family. So yeah, I feel like they're gonna be a very great father or mother. This is definitely a message that I'm also getting coming through here for you guys. But yep, House 3, so please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And if you liked it, please feel free, you know, to like and comment if you haven't. And also, my dear, if you feel drawn to book a personal reading with me, you will find the email down below. And yeah, my dear, thank you so much for sticking around. And also, if you would like to connect with me even more, you know, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below. And I, of course, invite you there as well. But yep, House 3, take care.